Hi my beauties, welcome back to Younger. Today I'm going to be talking about why moisturizers are bad for your skin. So this is a sequel to my last episode because it generated some questions and comments that I want to be responsive to regarding this topic. So before I move on, I ask that you like, comment, and subscribe and share this video with any friends who may find this useful. And again, I just want to clarify any confusions on why I feel that moisturizers are bad for the skin and why many dermatologists feel that moisturizers and oils are bad for your skin. So the last episode generated some comments because a lot of skincare products have creams and moisturizers and perhaps even oils in their skin. A lot of the skincare products that I recommend and that my dermatology colleagues recommend and plastic surgeons recommend may have some oils and creams and moisturizers in the products. The main point that I wanted to get across is that the active ingredients are the most important, and just putting oil on the surface of the skin may temporarily make your skin feel hydrated, but it's not doing the job of hydrating your skin cells from within, which is most important. Cells need to bind and absorb water in order to be hydrated, not oil. And when oil is passively put on the skin, whether it's in the form of an ointment or some type of oil or essential oil that you may get from a Whole Foods store or even Ulta or Sephora or a department store or online, it's just temporarily making your skin feel better. And more importantly, what it does is it dysregulates the cells below, because all cells in the body communicate with one another. And if the cells on the surface of the skin, which are pretty much dead cells containing keratin, which is a protein, if they get a sensation of oil or a cream on the top of the skin, it's going to decrease the signaling to the cells down below, the stem cells and the regenerative cells, to hold on to water, because they're going to falsely think that they're hydrated and they're not. So that's an important key concept to understand. So many of you have commented, well, even skincare products that I recommend have sunflower oil or have jojoba oil, or they have some essential oils in them, and that's okay. Sometimes extracts from these important oils are used in the formulations of these skincare products because they have key enzymes or peptides or growth factors within the oil substrate that is used in the products, but it's not the oil themselves that is doing the work on hydrating the skin. So what happens is, when you are talking about skincare products, what an oil or an ointment is, it's basically water emulsified in oil. So an oil and water product is one you want to stay away from, and we learned this in dermatology residency. There's different vehicles. It could be ointment, oil, lotion, alcohol, gel, and different formulations that have the different active ingredients that are delivered into the skin through these different vehicles. So again, I'm going to say an ointment or an oil is a water in oil emulsion. Those are the ones you want to stay away from, versus a cream is an oil and water emulsion, and that's okay. Those creams are fine to use because water makes up more than 50% of the compound of the emulsion that the skincare product contains. So when you have an ointment or an oil, more than 50% of that is in the oil form, and that's hydrocarbons, polyols, waxes, wax esters, and things that are going to, again, temporarily make the skin feel hydrated. But when the signal transduction cascades go down to the deeper layers of the skin, those cells are saying, oh, I'm getting moisture from above, I'm just going to turn off and I'm not going to absorb water anymore. Versus if you use things like vitamin A derivatives, retin A, growth factors, peptides, and antioxidants, it's going to signal your cells from within to say, hey, I need to bind up water, I need to act healthy, I need to communicate with my neighboring cells, and I need to perform in a certain manner that's going to increase the cellular renewal, stimulate collagen synthesis, stimulate elastin synthesis, and bind up water. That's what you want your skin to do. So just passively, if you're a little newborn skin cell, a stem cell sitting at the bottom layer of the epidermis, which is the basal cell layer of the skin, and you have this false signaling saying, oh, I'm hydrated, I'm good, then you're going to start to go to sleep and you're going to stop working and you're going to be lazy and you're not going to make collagen or elastin, you're not going to hold on to water, and you're going to turn in from a plump, nice, water-containing grape to this little shriveled up raisin, which is going to create wrinkly, terrible skin. So that's why it's really important to induce your skin cells to behave healthy and properly and to communicate with each other in an effective and healthy manner. And so that's why using these skincare products that have these active ingredients is so important. Now, sometimes these active ingredients come in the vehicle of an oil. Stay away from that. Creams are okay, and lotions are basically a powder in water formulation, and gels are a powder and alcohol formulation. Now, of course, you want to stay away from gels because they can dehydrate, irritate the skin, and it can be a little bit abrasive and harsh. So I feel that creams and lotions, and I can say that most of my dermatology colleagues and MDs would agree with me that those are okay to use. It's just putting straight up oil on your face is not the way to go. Now, the body skin is different than facial skin. The face has a lot of sebaceous glands, and if you look under the microscope, the skin from the face versus the back versus the chest, neck, arms, legs, all that skin is different. For example, the extremities have more hair follicle density. Skin on the scalp has more hair follicle density. Skin on the face has more sebaceous gland density. So the fact that you can't use oil-containing products or ointments on your face doesn't mean that you can't use it on your body. That's okay. Your face skin is different. So to answer your question, yes, it's fine to use ointments or oil-based products on the skin on your body, but it's not indicated for the facial skin with respect to having the maximum potential anti-aging effects. So I hope this makes sense, and I hope this doesn't generate any more confusion, but I just wanted to answer some questions because it is a very difficult topic for people to understand. How are ointments or oils not good for my face? And that's why. So it has to do with the signaling, and as our skin gets older and as we get older, our cells in our skin start to go to sleep and they start not working as effectively, especially if they're not being stimulated to hold on to water and make collagen and elastin and increase the cellular growth and renewal. So that was the main reason why I wanted to do a kind of sequel episode and post, just to kind of answer your questions and some of the misconceptions and why, say, I recommend a certain skincare product. If you look at the active ingredients, there could be some jojoba oil, or there could be some sunflower oil, or some type of oil in there. And it doesn't essentially mean that there's oil in that product. It could mean that there's an extract that we're using for an active ingredient from that oil. So don't drive yourself crazy and go to the store or look online shopping and just look at the active ingredients and say, oh, I can't use that because there's oil or there's some type of polyol or hydrocarbon or some type of oil or wax ester in the product. It's okay to use that. I just wouldn't recommend using straight up oil on your face, which surprisingly a lot of patients come in and they'll open up their bag of products that they use for their morning or nighttime routine and it'll have straight up oil. So you don't want to do that. In addition, you want to downregulate sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands are what make our pores look big. Sebaceous glands are what cause wrinkles and undesirable texture of our skin. Some people have the misconception where, oh, I have oily skin, I'm not going to age, or I'm going to have anti-aging effects because I have oily skin. That's a misconception. You want your skin to be hydrated. If you use these skincare products and your cells are binding up water and acting efficiently, you're not going to have large dilated pores, and you're going to have improved texture of your skin. The skin's going to be smooth, tight, even in color, and pore size is going to be small. So again, the most important active ingredients are some type of vitamin A derivative, whether that's tazarotene, tretinoin, retinol, retin-A, Tazarac, anything like that, and some type of antioxidant. There's lots of antioxidants, ferulic acid, vitamin C, kojo berry, coffee berry, a lot of different active ingredients in the antioxidant formulations, and then also growth factors, peptides, different things that are going to stimulate our skin cells to behave healthy. And again, mixing up your routine is really important too. Just like you go to the gym, you switch up your supersets, you switch up your workout routine, and sometimes you do free weights, sometimes you do machines. You're going to switch up your regimen that you're using morning and night. And so I hope this clarifies, again, the difference between face and body skin, the difference between the products that we use. Of course, we're not going to use these, sometimes more expensive products that have more technology in them on your extremities. You're going to save that for your face, probably your neck and chest as well. So in summary, the take-home points are, it's okay to use ointments and oils on your body skin, just not on your face. And it's also important to not get hung up on the active ingredients if they list oil as an active ingredient, because usually they're not using the oil component of that active ingredient. They're just using some type of extract from that oil. So it's okay to use. And even if you're hung up on using a certain oil or ointment that you like, it's okay to use it, but just make sure you're using active ingredients in conjunction with that's going to stimulate your cells to hold on to water. Because remember, water hydrates your skin, not oil. Okay, so I just also wanted to go over a few comments that I received after my last episode on hydrators versus moisturizers. So Daria said, I love your videos, but I can tell that you do not live in a cold climate. So that's obvious. We're in Laguna Beach here, and I'm a Southern California native. So yes, I don't live in a cold climate, but I do snowboard and ski and spend time in the mountains. And when I do, yes, my skin does get dry, peely, and it seems like it's not hydrated, but I don't put oil on my skin when that happens. I just make sure that I'm using good antioxidants, good vitamin A derivatives, and if I need to put a cream on, then that's okay, because remember, cream is not an oil-based product. Cream is a oil in water-based product, which means more than 50% of that product is water, not oil. So I wanted to address that misconception as well. So if you are in a cold climate, or you are at altitude where the humidity is low, which means the moisture in the air, not the oil in the air, but the water in the air is low, it's going to dehydrate your skin, or it's going to create transepidermal water loss, which is when there is less moisture in the skin. So you want to make your skin cells hold on to water. Now the way you do that is not dousing it with oil, but stimulating your skin cells to hold on to water by using products that contain vitamin A, antioxidants, peptides, growth factors, and things like that that are going to allow your skin cells to behave in a healthy manner and bind up their weight in water. So I wanted to go over a couple other comments. Dr. Kalpa, you recommend skincare products, but a lot of these ingredients contain oil. So just addressing that issue again, if the active ingredients has oil, it's okay, because it's usually just an extract, and it's not the hydrocarbon or oil part of the oil vehicle that is useful in those skincare products. And it's not that it's harmful, especially if it's in conjunction with other active ingredients that are going to hydrate your skin. And so another question about body versus face, is it okay to use oil on your body? Absolutely. I actually had an attending at UCLA who's in practice with an amazing practice in Los Angeles, who swears by putting baby oil immediately after the shower, on her body though, not her face. That's important. And if you think of the skin as like a sponge, we tell this to our patients or kiddos with eczema. So if you think of your body like a sponge, when it's after a shower, when it's full of water, it's soft and it's holding on to water, and after you get out of the shower, all that water can evaporate, and the sponge can turn dry and brittle and crack. So if you put oil over the skin, or if you put like a hydrating ointment over the skin after a shower, not on your face but on your body, it kind of can help keep that water sealed in. And Dr. Anna Guanche, if you're watching this, I know that you had taught us that in dermatology residency at UCLA, and I remember her telling us that, but that again was on the body. So you can use ointments if you prefer on the body, just never on the face. And so that was pretty much all the comments that I wanted to address, and products that I recommend. If you guys watch my face washing video on IGTV or on YouTube as well, again, I'll post more as as the weeks go on and I switch up my routine. I'll always keep you guys informed and let you know what I'm using. And again, I do like to rotate different products in and out. And so another comment says, so this means no oils at all. What about regular moisturizers with good ingredients like Skin Better Science or Skin Medica? And thank you to all your social media. So you're welcome, it's my pleasure. And yes, it's okay to use moisturizers with good ingredients. So Skin Better Science, Elastin, all the skin lines that are backed by science and research that I stand behind, as well as a dermatologist. If there's active ingredients and they're in the form of, you know, with some oil essential extracts and things like that, that's okay. So again, don't get hung up on the active ingredients. So I hope that clarifies things. I apologize if it doesn't, and thanks again for watching.